I'm making this video for my past self, just reflecting on the journey and what I would do if I was younger. This year, I'm turning 25 years old, and this hit me like a truck. 25 years old, that's really old, but at the same time, it's super young, especially knowing all the things I know. People doesn't realize it until their late 30s, and then it's too late. So if you are a man or a young guy that want to do something extra in life, something extraordinary, it's really important that you make the right actions, or you take the right actions. And what I mean by this is that there's certain actions in life that puts you in an upward spiral, and there's certain things in life that puts you in a downward spiral. There's nothing in between. There's nothing neutral. Either it's something good for you or it's something bad for you. And the first thing that most people never get out of is their hometown and all their old friends. It's super hard to do something extra, do something special, when all the people you hang around do just normal things. They have normal jobs, they go out drinking, they're mediocre in life. It's pretty hard to have an extra good life if that's your environment. If we look at the crops that the farmers plant, if you feed them good sunlight, water them often and stuff like that, they will grow to like really strong and beautiful plants. But if you feed them like nightshade or some sort of poison all day, you won't have any crops to sow, you know? So what this means is that you should cut all the ties with the people that are not going on the same path as you or are ahead of you. Because I have an entrepreneurial background, it's pretty easy for me to speak from that standpoint, which is basically you can just apply it to everything. If you want to be a professional in any sport, you need to do extraordinary things. If you want to earn a lot of money, you also need to do that. If you want to have an amazing family, you need to commit on that and do certain actions to reach that goal. And most of these things is dependent on your environment. So what I did is that I had three friends. I had three best friends. We hang out every day. And we all started doing business at the same time in like early 2020. And we were on different levels, obviously. We were very private about the things we did. One guy was doing like better numbers than all of us, and he just helped all of us. But one day, I started my agency because I knew that the path we were going on were not good, because we were out drinking, we were spending too much time at the gym, which is another thing I want to talk about. And we're spending time in the wrong places. And I remember one guy, he usually looked at motivation videos, and I was like, why are you not reading books? It's the same thing. But really it isn't. Motivation is just a short-term burst. It's like taking a cigarette or eating candy. It's good for a short period of time, but you don't really learn anything. So what I started doing was just like waking up early, working on myself, reading books, and starting my agency by myself. I didn't tell anyone. No one knew that I ran an agency, basically. And 3 months into running my agency, I did $1,000 a month, which was huge for me. Even though I need to tax that money, even though I had some expenses, like still $1,000 hit my account, like every month. And compared to the job I had before, which I earned $1,500 a month, it felt like I'm just sitting in front of my computer earning money. And this was due to me like cutting all the ties, or actually they cut the ties with me because I didn't tell them, which was a good thing. I had no friends for a year. 1 year with 0 friends. And then most people are saying like, Axel, that must have been so sad. It must have been so sad. But actually that was the best period of my life. Oh, I only did the things I liked. I worked on myself, I worked on my business, and everything just grew. I watered my plants, I put the sunlight on them, and everything just grew to be better. My business grew. I think that year I made over $10,000 a month. I made really good new friends that were going on the same path as me, that were ahead of me. And I worked out, I learned more about nutrition, I learned more about myself, which was a great thing. So something that looks sad from the outside, which was actually a really, really good thing for me. So since then, my life has just gone upwards. Of course, I have had bad times. I had 2.5 years ago, couldn't even go into a store because I would get a panic attack. But now I'm here. So life goes up and down, up and down, up and down. But as the same as the stock market, it goes up. But you can have months where it goes down. That's not an issue. So you need to cut the ties with the people that are not going in the same path as you. Of course you can once a year have a beer with your old friends. You still talk to them. You don't have to unfriend them. You just don't have to talk with them. And I think to get extraordinary results, you need to take extraordinary actions. So like, no, I only hang with my friends once every other week, blah, blah, blah. That's still too much. When a rocket goes from standing still on the ground to going to space, the amount of fuel, the amount of energy it needs to get up to speed, to go to space, is massive. You cannot like change your body and change your whole body composition and stuff if what you're doing is just slow and you're not pushing yourself and you're not getting your rocket out of the atmosphere, which is super, super important. Once you get up to speed, once the atmosphere gets thinner, then it's way easier to cruise. It's way easier to take days off because you still have the momentum. And that's also another thing that's super, super, super important, and that's momentum. You need to build momentum to actually get things going for you. So what I would do is become obsessed with what you want to achieve. Super obsessed. The only thing you should think about is what you want to do. So if you want to earn money, if you want to build a business, just dive deep into business. Read all the books you can come across. Watch all the YouTube videos you can come across. Try to reach out to people that are way ahead of you and just work. Just put your head down for 1 year and it will work for you. Don't be average. Average is the worst thing a person could be, and especially a man. So just put all the effort you have into making this work. You won't have all the answers. No one has all the answers. So why look for all the answers? I hope this video finds someone that's a younger version of myself, that wants to achieve something great and are ready to do the work.